And Claire, how'd you end up doing first place? Is that right?
First place, yeah.
And first place is for you.
yeah.
How do you guys feel walking out of this big tournament? Both with gold medals around your neck.
Pretty good. We've worked really hard for everything that we do here, so it feels really good.
I'll be honest, I kind of doubted myself going into this tournament today because I have some really good competition, but coming out on top, I feel really, really good about myself. I'm really proud.
I was about to say, pulling that Lawson match out at the last
Yeah.
minute. What happened there?
I'm not even quite sure. I just kind of panicked a little bit when she put me on my back, but then all of a sudden I was like on top of her and I was like, oh, I gotta pull her arm. And then they called the pin. I was super excited.
And did you just feel like she was just too high at that moment? Did you feel kind of a leverage shift, or what
A
happened?
little bit, yeah. But I was so relieved. I literally sat there and was like, and then I got up.
And now your match, you won your first match, and I saw the second match and then you had Autumn in the third match.
Yeah.
You know, having Autumn there, she's a young wrestler, what was that like going up against her?
It's great seeing her, it's finally clicking, and it's so amazing to be a part of her moving forward. Even though I hate wrestling teammates because we all get worked up, but we're really good at keeping it chill and just fighting our best and working.
All right, and so, when you were out on the mat with her tonight, could you just kind of feel that little bit of improvement
Yeah,
there?
I felt her giving more pressure and giving more.
Absolutely. Tell me about your second match there. Of course, you got the pin on that one pretty fast too. So,
Yeah, she was all right. She was pretty good. She knew what she was doing mostly, and it kind of scared me at first, but we came out with the win.
I was about to say, and I think outside of Autumn and Holly, she got beat by a really good person, but everybody first and second across the board. What do you think that says about this team right now?
We're a really hardworking team, and it definitely shows.
What do you think?
We work towards everything we earn, and so every practice we push a little bit harder, and our team's doing really well this year.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And how much confidence does this guy give you guys moving forward, especially knowing that you might have just a handful of girls out, but get a few wins, a few pins. It can shift the momentum of any duel. How do you feel about the team overall?
I think we're doing really well considering how small of a team we are this year. And coming out on top in a lot of duels and tournaments is definitely it's a great way to end my senior year of wrestling.
What do you think? Final word?
About the same as her. She kind of summed it up. Yeah, they're considering the numbers. We're doing really well for this season.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, no, that's all I got. Hey, congratulations with the gold at your host meet. This is not just a bunch of walkover teams. These are some of the best teams in the state. How do you feel about today?
Yeah, we had a good day. I was glad our tournament, I always want to put 3 mats in the main gym, so we got it rolling, got over quick, and we got to see who we wanted to, so it was a good day.
And how do you feel about some of those wrestlers that are just breaking into the varsity roster? Your Connor Johnsons, your Caleb Bricks. How do you feel?
They're the more time they got on the mat, the better they're going to be, so we're happy with them. And we kind of told them from the get-go, if there isn't any pressure on you, just go out and wrestle, do your best, and that's all we're going to ask out of you.
And coming out of the break, solid performance Thursday night against Lafayette. Very solid performance today. Sometimes teams can be a bit sluggish coming out, but you guys aren't. What's going on here?
We that first meet after the break, it always seems like you're a little sluggish, tired. But it seems like we're hitting it, fine. Last year was kind of the same way, so hopefully, we can stay rolling.
Absolutely. And as far as the girls went last night, outside of a couple of second place finishes to a couple of state finalists, I believe, solid performance from them. How do you feel about the girls?
Yeah, I was really happy with them. And they're, the girls we have, they're working hard in there, and I think they're gonna have big things coming up here down the road in the district.
And as far as now, when you're kind of inviting teams out to compete in this, is the skill level kind of on your mind when you're putting this all together?
Oh, definitely. We always try to make it as tough as we can. When it used to be just an absolute, meat grinder. We had Olathe North, Millard South, some of the schools. So, we try to get teams that can fill the lineups, and with in mind, we try to wrestle Class 2 teams too in the same class, just so we can see some of the teams we want to see. And, I'm happy teams like Sullivan and Clinton are willing to travel over here in Mexico. So a little bit of travel, but they're coming over to see teams up this way. So.
And I guess coming out of today's performance, how encouraged are you, and how do you keep your team from becoming complacent and sometimes overconfidence will kill you? But I mean, how do you kind of balance the two?
We just keep them to, tell them that it's a marathon, not a race, so they kind of know. Most of these guys have been down that road before, so they kind of know what's expected, and we want to peak at the right time. Peak, early February, mid-February. So.
Well, no, that's all I got. I appreciate you.